Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving into one of the most fundamental, most important technologies on the entire internet. Let's just jump right in.
So, have you ever stopped to think about what's really going on behind the scenes when you're scrolling through Instagram? Or when Netflix instantly loads up a new show? What makes those sites so dynamic, so responsive, so, alive?
Well, believe it or not, that magic has a name, and it's JavaScript. And over the next few minutes, we're going to pull back the curtain and break down exactly what it is and why it is so incredibly important for literally everything you do online.
Okay, so first things first, let's define what JavaScript actually is, and really dig into why we call it the language that brings websites to life. I promise, by the end of this, you are going to see the web in a completely new way.
So at its absolute core, JavaScript is a programming language. But here's its special power. It runs right inside your web browser. Its whole job is to take a web page that would otherwise just sit there and make it interactive. It's the thing that breathes life into the internet.
And this quote, man, it just hits the nail on the head. Seriously, try to imagine the internet without it for a second. Every single website would be like a digital poster on a wall. Sure, you could look at it, but you couldn't interact with it. No clicking, no animations, no live updates, just flat, boring information.
Now, to really get it, you gotta understand that JavaScript isn't a solo act. Not at all. It's a crucial part of a team, one of the three core pillars that build the entire modern web as we know it.
So first up, you've got HTML. Think of that as the skeleton of a web page. It gives it all its structure. Then you've got CSS. That's the style, all the colors, the fonts, the layouts that make it look good. And finally, you bring in JavaScript, which is the brains and the behavior of the page. That's the interactivity.
You want a great way to remember this? Here's my favorite analogy. Think of a website as a stage show. HTML is what builds the physical stage. CSS is all the beautiful set design, the costumes, the lighting. But JavaScript? Oh, JavaScript is the magician. It's the actors, it's the special effects, it's everything that makes the show actually happen and respond to the audience.
All right, so theory is one thing, right? But where does this magic actually happen? Let's take a look at JavaScript in action out there in the real world.
You know, one of the coolest things about JavaScript is just how versatile it is. Mostly it runs client-side, which is just a fancy way of saying it runs right there in your web browser. But thanks to things like Node.js, it can also run server-side, powering the entire back-end of massive applications. This flexibility is a huge reason why it's so popular.
Okay, let me give you an example you've definitely experienced. Think about the last time you were shopping online. You click that Add to Cart button and boom, that little number on the shopping cart icon instantly ticks up by 1, right? The whole page doesn't have to reload. That seamless, instant feedback, that is JavaScript at work. You see it and use it every single day.
And listen, you don't need to be some coding genius writing thousands of lines to make something happen. This one single, simple line of JavaScript is enough to create a pop-up alert in your browser. It's a direct interaction with you, the user, created from a single command. See? That's it. Not so scary when you break it down, right?
Okay, wow, we have covered a ton of ground. So let's bring it all back home and really focus on the key takeaways, the most important things you need to remember.
So, if you only remember a few things from our chat today, what should they be? What's the really crucial stuff?
Okay, number 1, JavaScript's main job is to make web pages interactive, period. Number 2, it never works alone. It's the third member of that essential web team, with HTML for structure and CSS for style. Number 3, it's incredibly versatile, running in your browser and on servers. And finally, all of this adds up to one thing, endless possibilities for you to create amazing things on the web.
And really, all of this leads to one single critical point. If you want to build for the web, if you want to create modern, dynamic, awesome online experiences, learning JavaScript isn't just a good idea, it is absolutely non-negotiable.
So, now that you've got a handle on what JavaScript is, you've got to hear its origin story. In our next explainer, we're going to dive into how this language went from being thrown together in just 10 days to becoming the absolute powerhouse that runs pretty much the entire modern internet. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss that one.